Welcome to Yellow Duck Motorsports coverage here today of the All British Day, held every year in around August, September at King's School, just north of Parramatta. A very large number of British cars are gathered here on display. Many car clubs are here, some putting in quite an effort to put their cars on display. Others just parking them in like a car park, but there you go. Triumph Sports Owners Association here with a display of Triumphs. Great venue, this All British Day venue is King's School. It's very large football fields, cricket fields, athletic fields. All these have cars parked all over them, which puts on a pretty big display of cars. Certainly takes quite a while to walk around and admire all these classic British cars. Triumph Sports Owners Association here seem to have gone to a little bit of trouble to try and make the display of their cars look a bit more interesting. Small Fords here, replica of one of the Sierra race cars there. Ford Escorts. Another good display of cars by the Small Ford Car Club. Very popular car, the Ford Escort. Very impressive effort gone into some of these cars, their restorations or their building of replica rally cars or replica race cars. And at the other end of the spectrum, they're absolutely stock standard as they came out the factory type of cars. Rare Ford Capri there. Ford Cortinas. Small Fords certainly have a great history in motorsport, whether it's on the racetrack or in the forest. Ford Cortina blazed the way for Fords in rallying. Mark IV Zephyrs there, don't see those too often. Mini Club always put on a very good display of cars. And what a wonderful car, revolutionary car really. Perhaps we should blame the Mini for the awful front wheel drive east-west engine cars that we now have today. In the case of the Mini, of course, it worked. They were wonderful little cars. Not so convinced by the proliferation of awful front-wheel drive modern cars that we have today. Mini Mokes. Clubman GT there, nice thing. Nice colour. Plenty of Minis here on display. They're very small in comparison to modern cars. Rovers here. If you like that sort of thing. Sprite Car Club. Another club that seems to put in a bit of an effort to put their cars on display. Old Bug-Eye Sprite there. Budget sports cars of their day. Jaguar. Lots of Jaguars here at this event this year. In fact, a very large number of Jaguars. Mark II Jaguar here. Apparently were popular for getaway cars during the 60s by the British criminal set. More modern looking Jags over there.
That one's not, the white one is.
Oh, the E-Type Jaguar. My goodness, look at them. So yes, a very large number of Jaguars here on display at the All British Day. Austins. Oh my goodness, now we're moving into cars that you sort of think, oh, why did people do it? Everyone to their own thing though. P76s. I'm not sure the P76 is really a British car. It's made by a British company, I suppose, but no, really just an Australian car. Depending on your perspective, I guess. Lots of car clubs are non-marked car clubs. They're just generic to either a geographic location or as per the Central Coast British Car Club. Lotus is here. Whenever I see a Lotus, I think of James Bond. Mighty Land Rover here, what a wonderful thing they were. Nothing really like the modern four-wheel drive vehicles that proliferate around about the place these days. They were more like a workhorse. Got the job done though. Even though they did rattle, bang and were pretty well ventilated beasties. Oh, Murray 1000. Another vehicle that were made by the millions. Morgan, very unique vehicle. So all in all, lots and lots of British cars all over the place here. Well worth a visit if you're in this part of the world in August, September of next year. MG Car Club. Seemed a bit down on MGs this year. Didn't seem to put on much of a display. There was a fair few there, but not what you'd expect really. MGB, British Racing Green one there, my goodness. Oh, there's a hairy chested looking MG. MG's down through the ages there. Rolls-Royce, well they're British through and through. Oh, London double-decker bus, my goodness. Well, that brings us to the end of our report here. Bye for now.